Well, there's more than 50 of these F-35s out here at Luke Air Force Base, and of course the goal will be, I think, 144, something like that. But the whole point of that plane is to shoot down and destroy the enemy before they even see that plane.
It's really
the
incredible.
Stealth on that is amazing.
And what did they say? That's worth about $100 million?
I think about $100 million for that plane.
And there's more to come here to Luke Air Force Base,
yeah,
right?
And then of course the F-16 over here, which I had the privilege and honor to go up in a few years ago out here, was the highlight of my entire life.
Well, that is saying something, because it's been a pretty good life. This has been a really great Field Trip Friday, and we've got so much more in store for you as we get to know the great folks out here at Luke Air Force Base and some of the best Americans you're ever going to meet. Javier?
Yeah, good morning indeed. And when you talk about Luke Air Force Base, you talk about the military, you look at a lot of the rich tradition, and some of the folks who have to carry on a lot of that tradition has to do with the Honor Guard. I want to introduce you to Technical Sergeant Richard Galero here. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Just a short while ago, you guys had the task of raising the American flag this morning in what's known as Reveille.
Yes, sir.
You said it depends on the day, but that honor actually switches around. Today you guys were tasked with that. What's it like? What kind of tradition goes into just raising the American flag?
Yes, sir. Well, it's a military tradition for us to start the day to raise the flag, and normally it's in conjunction with the Reveille. And like you said, like you see this morning, that it's a precise motion that we have to practice this and instill this to start the day in our military installation. Most military installations do this every morning, and today it was our duty to raise the flag.
When you talk about the Honor Guard, they keep you guys pretty busy out there. You guys do upwards of 1,000 details. That's per year.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we definitely are one of the busiest Honor Guard in the Air Force, and a lot of that is a funeral, because we have a lot of retired military personnel here in Arizona, and it's definitely one of the busiest states as far as the Honor Guard. Yes.
You said that's one of the toughest tasks.
Absolutely.
But there is a lot of rich tradition when you perform one of these military funerals. Talk about the flag and the actual folding.
Yes.
What does that represent?
Well, the flag folding ceremony represents us with us closing someone's military service. When we fold the flag, that gives you the idea, like, this member's service is done. His service starts when he raised his hand and sworn in to protect our country. And our job is to close that service, and part of that is when we fold the flag and present it to the military members next of kin.
You were just telling me that is the toughest task indeed, and you brought it home in a personal way, saying that at some point that might be your wife.
Oh, yes, sir. It's hard to think that at one point of my career personally, that, you know, it's probably going to be my wife receiving that flag, or my kids, you know, when my time is up. But I don't think of it that way, but it's definitely tough to hand off that flag to a mourning next of kin. Yes.
We thank you very much for carrying on the rich tradition, and they look absolutely fabulous from their boots on up. Looking good this morning. Again, a lot of rich tradition out here at Luke Air Force Base that all the military members continue to carry on. April?